Oh, you're going to want to write this down. This is how you need to contact Play Food and Wine to first make your reservation, find out more, see their menu, playfood.ca, and then get yourself down to York Street in the market for a little taste test. If you haven't been, we're convincing you here today with the things that we've been making. Just try the walleye. That is fantastic.
Thank you.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
a great seller right now.
No kidding. That is the perfect spring, summer
Yeah, it's
flavor.
our transitional stuff. And this is a great time of year because the flavors are really, they're not super heavy, but they're pretty bold.
Yeah, I like that. Like citrusy, really good.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're on to dessert already.
Dessert. We're doing dessert. So what we're doing is chocolate pate. And while I would have loved to make it here, it takes about 3 hours.
Oh, it's a labor of love.
It's a labor of love. It's a labor of our guests' love.
Okay, so take us through sort of the 3-hour experience.
So pate. So all we have is what we have is, it would be halfway between a ganache, which is sort of a 1-to-1 cream to chocolate ratio, so quite dense, and a mousse.
Okay.
So if you've ever had a chocolate silk pie, that's what this is. This is the silk.
Okay. But how do you get a little firmer like that?
There's some flour in it.
Okay.
So what we do is we incorporate, so you have your silk and that's sort of set. What we're doing is we're taking it more towards a ganache style, but we're adding, it would be like 1/3 cake almost.
I know, because it looks like a piece of moist chocolate cake.
That's exactly it. It would be uncooked brownie dough that we've somehow set, but added 3 times the amount of chocolate.
Did you just say dough and brownie?
There's no way to quantify this exactly. I should have brought something else.
That looks good.
So what we're going to do, very simple dish to plate. This has been on our menu at Play basically since we opened. In one variation or another.
It's not going anywhere.
The reason why is exactly because, one, chocolate dishes are the hardest thing to come up with for a menu. Because people that like chocolate are really
discerning,
hardcore about the chocolate they like. So what we're going to put on top is whipped cream. You know, somewhere known as chantilly. What we've done with this one is we've infused it with Earl Grey.
Oh, yummy.
So it's going to have a tea flavor. So again, it gives you, so we're all over the map here. And now we have a chocolate and espresso bean sablé.
Oh.
So sablé is basically just shortbread cookie.
Yeah.
All we've done with that is we've added some chocolate, some chunks of chocolate, and some ground espresso.
Chocolate, tea, and coffee, 3 things that moms love on one plate.
This is the brunch dessert. It's going to keep you awake after all that indulgence in the middle of the day. This is just a ground cherry, sometimes known as physalis.
Yeah.
Grows native all over the country. The northern climates. It's in the nightshade family, so it's like tomatillo.
Yeah. They're pretty, but they really taste good.
They don't taste half bad.
They're a little pop.
It's not my favorite fruit, but it's quite good. And the idea behind this dish is that, again, in the Play tradition, is what we do is we take 3 ounces of chocolate.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be
Half
this
a cake
vast
on a
dessert.
plate.
The idea is take these 3 bites, have a coffee, do whatever it is that you do at the end of your sort of dining ritual.
Yeah.
And then we send you out in the market to have walk around, enjoy your day. It's not go home and have a nap.
Get to experience all of this that we have around us. We're so lucky to both be able to work down there here in the middle of all of this. Now, we mentioned so much about the food, and the other part of Play Food and Wine is the extensive wine that you can sample with all of these plates.
Every wine, or every plate we have is paired with a wine. Our wine director, Grayson McDermott, does a great job with it. We have over 30 wines by the glass, I think.
That's amazing. So for those of you who like that, the pairing and the combinations and the different flavors that work together, it's just a perfect place to do that.
It's great. It's really, we took a chance when we started and just thinking that, we love this, so why wouldn't other people love it?
Yeah.
And it's really taken off. People have really embraced it.
And 200 plus for brunch tomorrow morning, and then probably the same for your dinner reservations for tomorrow night. I would say that it took off. Yeah. You're on the brink of one of your busiest days of the year tomorrow, and a lot of moms are going to get treated really well on their Sunday at Play Food and Wine.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Is it good?
Oh, I know you don't like chocolate, so I'll just go ahead and take this away.
Well, there's 2, so we're not going to fight this time.
That's incredible. It's almost like a mousse. It's so light and whipped.
That's it. It's halfway between. I really don't know. It's fabulous. It's what I love.
It's a great combination.
Wine-wise, what should we be pairing with this? Or do you have wine with dessert? Dessert wine.
Yeah, dessert wine is good. There's a good red Cab Franc, like an ice wine out of Niagara from Stratus. It's just fabulous, I think, with chocolate. It's my favorite. I mean, some people do port, some people do sherry, things like that. I find the alcohol just a little bit too much.
Yeah.
I mean, especially because, you know, most desserts have booze in them of some capacity.
Yeah.
Although I showed up with the
coffee and
non-dessert booze dessert, but
that's okay. We'll forgive you for all you've given us today. We forgive you.
The food is incredible.
Thank you so much, Chef Michael Moffat. Play Food and Wine, York Street here in the market. You got to go. You've got to test it out for sure. Now that the weather is beautiful, nice stroll through the market, as we said, and make your way over. We have Saunders Country Critters.
Love that place.
They were in the building this week with some, well, critters. They brought a kangaroo.